But what you'll notice on the injector is we have multiples that come out instead of the singles. This is very, very important because I'm able to get more continuity, lay it out even all the way across. Whereas if I just have a single in there and I push it in, I'm going to have it all sitting in one area. This allows me to do this. Now when I inject, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this up, and you can see how I have my different fat areas. Like right here, this is a big muscle right through here. I'll work in between it. Right through here. And what you're going to notice is you're going to notice the butt to start swell, and you'll be able to see that over here on this side. Start to see it swelling out. That's just added moisture. It's holding the moisture in it.
So you're going right into the fatty areas between the cuts of muscle.
Exactly. So now what I'm going to find is I'm going to find the other side over here. And you see how it pops and swells? That means I'm holding it. Those connective tissues are holding all that moisture in there. Whereas if I just did it right here, it's just going to sit right in here and pock it out. Okay, now I have this big money muscle, and I'm going to slide right down in there. I can't believe I haven't gotten the leak yet.
I was waiting to get started.
Right, I'm going to get. But a lot of fat, a lot of connective tissues. That's how come it's holding a lot of this in. On top. You see that bubble up? Okay. So what I've done, effectively put 4 in here, so what, about 12 ounces in. So I've added 12 ounces of weight to this, but that 12 ounces is also going to help tenderize the inside of it. It's also going to give me a little bit of a mapley flavor and a little bit of a sugary flavor. Okay? So I'm enhancing the internal flavor of this pork butt. But understand, I'm utilizing all those different areas between the muscles.
Now, does it speed up cooking time?
Does not.
No?
Does not. Cooking time is going to be identical. Because, again, remember I'm using hot water. If cold water, I could definitely probably change.
So this is hot when injected?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I bet you can't use guess the next thing I use. Now, one thing that's different on butts, that's different on ribs, is we're going to use a lot of rub. And the reason we use a lot of rub is because we want to create that bark. That's what we're looking to create on this. We're looking to cook that pit flavor bark. Had some today. He had some of the bark today already.
It's good.
Yeah, it was falling off, and he had to grab it before it hit the ground. But,
good save.
yeah, he dove, too.
2 or 3 times.
Kodak
Good
moment.
save.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Okay, I'm not going to mess with the bottom at all. That's basically our fat cap. There's a big old fat cap on there. Most of the time that ends up on the bottom of the smoker.
You cook that side up or down?
I'm going to cook this side up.
Okay.
Always. I always cook my fresh sides up. My sides that I'm looking to present are always cooked up. That's because they have to look good. Okay? Now,
Which rub you use?
this is the Memphis rub. I'm going to use the Memphis and the Championship on these because I'm looking for a really heavy crust.
Boy, you put a lot on there.
Oh yeah, because you will get a big crust on this stuff.
Just about twice the amount or 3 times that you put on your ribs. Then.
Pretty much.
A thicker coat, so you're not looking to see the meat. On
Not
it.
at all. Not at all.
Okay.
And that's a good question you bring up because when we do our brisket, you're going to say, oh man, I'm going to have a crust across there. I won't be able to see which way to cut it, but we're also going to work on that.
So you don't cook it with the fat side up to keep it basted?
It's not going to baste with fat. Fat, and whether it be a brisket or whether it be a butt, it will not baste. And the reason is, this is straight from a meat PhD from the state of Kansas. He says, you can lay as much fat on the top of meat that you want, but the Meat will never absorb it because the fat molecules are too thick to go down into the meat. He says, and I said, well, what about all these people say you need to cook with your brisket up, fat side up? And he goes, you know, he says it is what it is what he told me. He says it doesn't baste itself. It just dissolves in this up into the bottom of the smoker. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add some bacon to it. And what the bacon's going to do is it's going to work with that bark to give it a little more of a flavor, whether it be a hickory bacon or a maple bacon. Okay, this is going to be a hickory bacon because we couldn't find maple. But we do that because we're looking to have that bark flavor. It's going to give that bark a great flavor. So that's all we need to do to this. Now, we're going to pull the bacon off when we wrap. You'll be able to eat the bacon if you want. So, but still what it's going to do, it's going to give that little bit of a more flavor. It's going to have some more fatty flavor into that bark. Okay? So we can open the open range over there. I'll rub this in.